So, story time. Imagine this: a stormy night, a sprawling mansion, and one of the wealthiest men in the state gone. Just like that. This is the baffling story of John Lawson, a self-made tech millionaire who vanished without a trace, leaving investigators and the public scrambling for answers. It's a story of secrets, betrayal, and a mystery that still haunts everyone involved. John Lawson seemed to have it all. At 42 years old, he was the founder of Lawson Innovations, a tech company that had revolutionized artificial intelligence. Known for his charismatic personality and generous philanthropy, John was a local celebrity. But behind the glamorous public image was a man riddled with paranoia. Friends later revealed that John had become increasingly withdrawn in the months leading up to his disappearance. He confided in his assistant about receiving threatening messages, and his mansion had recently been outfitted with an advanced security system, though he never explained why. On the night of his disappearance, the city was hit by a severe storm. Neighbors later said they saw John pacing in front of his living room window, talking animatedly on his phone. At exactly 11:37 p.m., his assistant received a voicemail that would send chills down anyone's spine. "They're inside, I don't know who." When police arrived early the next morning, the mansion was eerily silent. The front door was ajar, the security cameras had been disabled, and John's phone was found shattered in the driveway. But John? He was nowhere to be found. The police immediately began their search, but what they found only deepened the mystery. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, no DNA. It was as if whoever took John had erased every trace of their presence. Investigators turned to the security system, hoping it might provide answers. But here's the twist. The system had been disabled not from the outside, but from within. Someone in that house had shut it down, either John himself or someone he knew. As the investigation unfolded, details about John's life began to emerge. Details that painted a very different picture of the man the public thought they knew. Bank records showed that just 2 weeks before his disappearance, John had withdrawn $2 million in cash. When questioned, his assistant said he claimed it was insurance money, though he didn't elaborate on what he meant by that. Then there was his business partner, Eric Stanton. The two had a falling out a year earlier when Eric accused John of stealing proprietary technology. Eric had filed a lawsuit, but it was dismissed. When reporters reached out to him after John's disappearance, Eric cryptically said, "Karma has a funny way of catching up." Suspicious much? And then came the emails. Forensic analysts found that John had been receiving anonymous messages for months. Most were vague threats, but one stood out. It read, "You know what you did. The clock is ticking." The sender's IP address? Untraceable. Was it Eric? Was it someone else entirely? Or was John involved in something even darker than anyone realized? For weeks, investigators hit dead end after dead end. It wasn't until a rookie officer, we'll call him Jay, noticed something unusual. While searching the property one last time, Jay found a second phone hidden behind a panel in John's study. Unlike the shattered phone found outside, this one was fully intact, and what they found on it changed everything. The phone contained encrypted files, dozens of them, labeled with cryptic names like Project Zephyr and Evergreen. When decrypted, one of the files revealed an offshore bank account linked to several large wire transfers. But here's the kicker. The account wasn't under John's name. It was under Eric Stanton's. And just when it seemed the mystery couldn't get any darker, 3 years later, a hiker in a remote forest stumbled upon a shallow grave. Inside were human remains. DNA testing confirmed it was John Lawson. But the autopsy revealed a chilling detail. John had been kept alive for at least 2 days after he disappeared. This raised a terrifying question. Who held him captive, and why? And why would they end him so brutally after going through so much trouble to abduct him in the first place? Despite the discovery of John's remains, the case remains unsolved. Eric Stanton denied any involvement, and the offshore account, turns out it was registered under a fake identity. No one has ever been charged, and the identity of the person or people who abducted and ended John remains a mystery. So, what do you think? Was this a business deal gone wrong, a revenge plot, or something even darker? Let us know your theories in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's more where this came from.